Hello everyone. So today I'm going to tell you guys about all the videos that I planned for October. And of course, it's that time where pretty much, like I said, this is my monthly video where I tell you guys about all the videos I planned for the month. And since this month is October, one thing I can say is that I have a bunch of things planned for October this year. Usually I don't think I have this much planned for a certain month, but pretty much, and in the past, I can't remember if I had this many videos planned for October in the past, but oh well. This year I do, you could say. Anyways, like I said, without further ado, let me tell you guys about all the videos I planned for this month. So starting off, pretty much what I'm trying to say is that, starting off, let's talk about certain series. Now, I have a couple series planned to start this month, or continue, I should say. The series I plan to continue this month are Trackmaster Sodor and Random Sodor Stories. Pretty much for Trackmaster Sodor, I plan to do episode 2 this month, and for Random Sodor Stories, I plan to do episode 7 and 8. Now for the series that I plan to start a couple series this month, them being The Terror on Sodor, Toby and Friends, Rolly the Trackmaster Coach, and the Railway series adaptations. Pretty much for each of those series I mentioned, I'll be making the first episode of those 4 series. And one thing I should mention is that The Terror on Sodor, I haven't really thought of a name for the first episode, but for the other 3, them being Toby and Friends, Rolly the Trackmaster Coach, and the Railway series adaptations, I thought of names for them being, for Toby and Friends, the first episode will be Toby Takes a Trip. For Rolly the Trackmaster Coach, the first episode will be Rolly Talks. And for the Railway series adaptation, the first episode will be an adaptation of Gordon Goes Foreign. All three of those that I mentioned, along with The Terror on Sodor, I already made the announcement for. So just keep that in mind, that there's still characters available for each of those things, as well as Random Sodor Stories. Trackmaster Sodor episode 2, however, I haven't announced yet, but I'll announce it soon, since that's my goal. My goal is to upload one video, or one episode, of each of those series before the end of the month, or before the end of the year, I should say. That's why I'll be making one video, or one episode each of them. So, pretty much, However, when December comes around, I will say, is that I'll be making 2 episodes for a certain series, but you'll have to wait until then. Anyways, that's enough about series. Let's talk about some other things, shall we? The next main thing I want to talk about is movies / short films. Now, this one's the big one, you could say, since I don't know if this is going to be too much for me, but one thing I will say is that I have 4 movies planned. That's right, 4 movies, or short films, you could say. Them being Sodor Fallout the Movie 2, Beware of the Beast, The Drill Engine, Beware the Slenders, and Spooky Shenanigans 2. Now, will that be a lot for me? Probably, but I'm going to try my best, since all 4 of those movies I had planned for a while, and I want to make them, and since Halloween's coming up, I figured, why not make them for Halloween? Now, technically, some of these things I mentioned, I already started the scripts for some of these projects, or some of these movies, I should say. So we're good on that part. The only thing I need to do for them is I need to finish them, and for some of them, mainly Sodor Fallout the Movie 2, I still need to find more voice actors for that. And speaking of movies, Beware the Beast. I'm sorry, Beware the Slenders and The Drill Engine. I technically did re-announce a while back, but nobody said about characters for them yet. So if you want to voice in them, then check out the re-announcements if you want to. And for Spooky Shenanigans 2, I haven't re-announced that yet, but I will at some point. Oh, actually no, I don't think I announced it in the first place. So pretty much, so I'll announce that at some point. So pretty much that's all the big things you could say. Anyways, now for the other things I want to talk about. Like I said, now for the other things I want to talk about. So pretty much the other things I want to talk about are redubs. Now, the main thing is that I have a lot of redubs planned this month. I can tell you that, since if you've seen one of my recent upcoming video, then you'll see that then you'll see the thumbnails I made for certain redubs. Now, pretty much, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of redubs I planned this month, and some of the redubs I plan to do this month are Halloween related ones, and pretty much, yeah. So I plan to do 6 in general, since if I remember last year, pretty much last year, I announced 6 redubs for Halloween, and I figured why not re-announce those 6, and pretty much, yeah, like I said, I'll be re-announcing the 6 that I announced last year, but that won't be until tomorrow. So pretty much, yeah. Speaking of tomorrow, that's when I'll probably announce. Well, that's probably when I'll re-announce. Oh, sorry. What am I saying? Re-announce? I mean, announce Spooky Shenanigans 2. But pretty much, yeah. Like I said, I figured I'd mention that. But those aren't the only redubs I plan to make this month. The other redubs I plan to do is what I'm trying to say without getting my words mixed up is that I plan to finally start my new redub series, or Bert's new redub series is what I called it, since I couldn't think of a better title for it. And the first 2 episodes I'll be making of that series, which I already talked about before, are Gordon and Spencer for episode 1, and Peace and Quiet for episode 2. After that, as time goes on, I'll see about making other episodes, but those are the main 2 I'm focusing on for right now. Speaking of redubs, my Diesel D199 redub series, I plan to continue this month as well. I was going to continue it last month, but I wasn't able to. But this month for sure, I'm going to continue it. Speaking of redub series, like I said, I have a few other ones planned as well. But pretty much, yeah, the other redub series, or the other 4 main redub series that I plan to continue, what I'm trying to say without getting my words mixed up is the other ones I plan to do this month, or start I should say, is Tug's redub series. I really want to focus on that, since ever since I re-announced it, I knew that's something I wanted to do, but because I haven't gotten everyone's lines and other things, that's been on hold for a long time. And another thing is that there's some other redub series that I want to do that I plan to start this month, them being James and Rosie's Kid redub series, Thomas Mini Schwartz redub series, and Thomas and Friends Comedy Stories redub series. One thing I should mention is that 2 of those redub series I mentioned, them being James and Rosie's Kid and Thomas Mini Schwartz redub series, those 2 have a full cast. However, Thomas and Friends Comedy Stories, there's still 1 character available for it, and I'm still surprised that for that 1 character, like I said, that 1 character being random voice. So if you want to voice the character, then you can. But pretty much, yeah, like I said, I figured I'd mention that. Anyways, yeah, like I said, overall, I have a bunch of things planned this month, but pretty much, yeah. And the final thing I will mention is that the other main Halloween redubs, the other main Halloween videos I plan to make this month are, I plan to make 2 miniseries, them being, the miniseries being about Halloween videos. The first one being a random miniseries where it's just basically a bunch of random Halloween videos, and the other miniseries is Thomas horror adaptations. What I mean by that is, I mean like Thomas horror videos that I plan to adapt from, and my version, not necessarily my version, but it's kind of hard to say, like I said, but pretty much, yeah. And the other thing I just want to mention is that lines, of course, I plan to do lines for people, and random videos in general, I plan to do. So, point is that I have a bunch of things planned this month, and that's my goal, is to try to make all of it. Now, it's going to take some time, obviously, since script writing is the main problem. It's the main thing I need to focus on as well. But overall, I want to make all these things, since pretty much, yeah, like I said, before the end of this year, I want to make all those things that I planned, and pretty much, yeah. Anyways, before in this video, there's 2 things I'll mention. First thing is, I'm self-exing on my words mixed up, And second thing is, I'm sorry if I accidentally said some bad mistake. Overall, I hope you guys are ready for this month, and like I said, I'm gonna try my hardest to get all these things out. Like I said, I'm gonna be going like a train. I'm not gonna be stopping anytime soon. And pretty much, yeah, like I said, either way, I hope you guys are ready. And pretty much, yeah, like I said, it's pretty much all I'm saying. Same as yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.